All right, ladies and gentlemen, one person I would like to thank because he really brought a lot of attention to this is J Dog. I just want to say thank you because you were very diligent about getting these stories out about net neutrality. And I don't know if any of you are aware, but today is when the FCC is set to repeal net neutrality rules for internet providers. Okay, and this can deeply impact virtually everybody on the internet, except for, of course, your big corporations that normally control everything in our society would be in control of the internet. And that will pretty much diminish and restrict a lot of the things that we do. I will leave the link to this article in the description box. This is from NPR, December 14th, 2017. After weeks of heated controversy and protests, U.S. telecom regulators are slated to repeal so-called net neutrality rules, which restrict the power of internet service providers to influence loading speeds for specific websites or apps. The Republican majority of the FCC is expected to vote along party lines on Thursday to loosen Obama era regulation for internet providers. And that's really the only reason why they're doing it, because, they hate Obama. Anything that he's done, they want to undo. But it makes me laugh, especially Trump, who always get up talking about what Obama did. We have yet to see Trump do any work since he's been in office. This man doesn't do nothing but eat bad, go golfing, watch TV 8 hours a day, and don't pass any piece of legislation. Okay? I mean, I don't know what good this man is. We certainly know now the wealthy in this country do not work. They have foot soldiers that they pay to yell at, and they actually do all the work. But somebody like Trump, Trump don't work. It's very clear this man ain't work a day in his life. Okay, getting back to this, the rules put in place 2015 ban cable and telecom companies from blocking or slowing down any websites or apps. They also prohibit bandwidth providers from striking special deals that would give more websites or apps priorities over others. So, again, if this goes through, then your big mainstream medias will have all of the voice out here. And those of us that are doing a lot of news stories independently, we're going to be completely diminished. You may not even be able to get to our channels at all. It'll slow down so much, you'll just give up trying to get to our videos or get to anything that we have to say or our websites. In undoing the regulations, the FCC plans to reassert only one of the net neutrality requirements that internet providers such as Comcast, Verizon, and AT&T have to disclose to their users what exactly they do to web traffic. This would essentially shift all enforcement to the Federal Trade Commission, which policy violations rather than preempts them through regulations. So again, the corporations and your big mainstream media will have all the power. And the rest of us, we we just as well not even be out here at all. Okay, bandwidth companies have been saying they do not intend on to block or slow down or prioritize any web traffic as a result of this repeal. Net neutrality activists, however, have been rallying widespread protest against the vote, saying the repeal will empower broadband companies, to act as gatekeepers of the internet. If the FCC votes to repeal rules, advocacy groups are expected to press Congress to stop the vote from taking effect under the Congressional Review Act. Consumer interest groups are also expected to pursue a lawsuit to challenge Thursday's FCC decision, which would be the fourth related court case in a decade. Large tech companies such as Netflix, Google, and Facebook have long spoken in support of strict net neutrality rules. However, as they've grown in size, their advocacy has been more muted because they will gladly take control. That's why they went mute on this whole thing, because they're now big, they're big corporations, and they know they would have more control out here than anyone else. Of course, they're not going to come forward and saying anything. Pulling the forefront smaller competitors like Etsy and Vimeo, which argue that startups stand to lose the most on an internet that allows for special priority traffic deals. So if you want to be relevant out here, they're going to force you to pay more money if you want your voice to be heard. And that's really what this boils down to. It's like everything in this society, everything is about money and filling the pockets of people that are already rich. Well, tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen, because this is going down today. Please leave your comment and subscribe. And don't forget to hit on that notification bell. Peace, family. Okay, Loretta.